I feel your rush over me at once now. I don't wanna come down when you fall from here. I need your touch. Tell me it consumes you. Do you feel like I
I think the audio was way too loud on that song. I'm sorry, guys. I'm also posting that in the intro, or sorry, the intro song is a link in the description if you're interested in that. The song name is by Cascade and Crank That. It's called A Little Bit. From one of my favorite channels of all time, Dubstep Gutter. You guys probably don't give an ass about that, like a rat's ass about that. And you guys probably also said, fuck this channel, I'm unsubscribing. So, that's fine. That seems to be the going thing with my channel lately, is unsubscribing. I don't know. People don't seem to like my shit anymore, and that is perfectly fine with me. I'm just gonna do what I want to do, and, yeah, go with it, man. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I apologize, guys, about not doing a live stream. I did one... I did my video I uploaded earlier, and then I also decided to do a live stream tonight because I did not get one out on Thursday, and that was not me trying to break a promise. That was me trying to, well, I couldn't actually live stream. I actually made a video during that whole fiasco, but essentially what happened is I get home, or I went out and about Thursday, and I get home on Thursday, and there is crime scene tape around my house, and I'm like, okay, that's nice. You know, that's a nice, lovely feature of my property that I guess was added. Surprise, surprise. So there's crime scene tape around my house, and so I'm like, that's neat. And there's also a red truck in my front yard that had hit my one of my trees in my front yard, which hopefully that tree doesn't die now. But we'll see. So yeah, anyways, this person happened to, on his way into my front yard, he also hit and destroyed the power pole which feeds my house. Completely freaking obliterated it. So I was without power for, like, honestly, it was about 12 hours, actually. Because of that actually happened right around the time that I was supposed to live stream. So, unfortunately, I didn't get a stream in that day on Thursday because, well, hey, I had a little issue happen with my house. So yeah, guys, I am sorry that I did not live stream on Thursday, but unfortunately that was what happened. So I'll probably have to tell the story like 50 more times on stream here, if and when other people join. Or if you're just tuning in after the stream and nobody else watches, congratulations. Hopefully that'll be the only time you have to hear that shit. Anyways, yeah, this is gonna be pretty much a laid back stream. I don't know what the fuck to do. I realize it's probably not good for me to be doing video games on my channel because apparently people hate that shit. I don't know if I care. I have to be honest. So yeah, you know, if you don't like me playing video games, then I guess this is your morning to exit, I suppose. I'm also a little bit in a mood today. I gotta be honest. I'm a bit in a mood today. I kind of been in a mood since like last week. Last week was kind of a shit week, to be honest. And so I decided I'll take it out on my subscribers. No, I'm just kidding. I will say this though. Um, my channel has been losing a lot of subscribers lately. Well, I guess I shouldn't say a lot, but I guess I should say like every time I upload or live stream on my channel, I just lose shit. Like people stop watching or unsubscribe. It's I guess I'm old news now. So what that indicates to me is I can do whatever the fuck I want, and whoever watches, I guess. It's kind of back to that again. And I'm not really fully sure why, because I feel like some of the videos I've done have actually been kind of my like general decent videos that I've always kind of done, like political stuff or talking about, just kind of how our world's going, that kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've been kind of doing those kinds of videos again, and people really haven't wanted to watch, so I really don't know. I guess maybe I pissed everybody off by doing by changing my name back from Political Aware and all that stuff. I really don't know what I did to piss people off. People are so fucking picky these days, I swear. So yeah, I don't know, but that's that. So anyways, I'm gonna be playing some Outbreak. If you guys want to watch that, go right ahead. If you don't want to watch that, you don't have to. Totally your discretion, of course. Let me get this started though. Actually, I'm gonna turn off my sound here too, because I don't know. I don't have my headphones, actually. I realize that now, and I can't really, play my sound out loud. So I think what I'm going to do is just turn off the sound on stream, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. Yep. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on with YouTube. I feel like I'm not the only channel that's kind of struggled with that too. And this started happening actually prior to me like crashing out and doing my name change. It really started happening before that. Like YouTube is like, I don't know if I want to say like I believe there's some conspiracy, like they're trying to I don't know, suffocate channels or something. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but all I know is that YouTube is, I don't know, man. It ain't friendly to me these days. I don't know if that's people or if that's the algorithms itself. They're like, nah, fuck this guy, But, I don't know. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. If people don't want to watch, that is perfectly fine. I feel like it's possible if I just do what I want to do enough, like people will just eventually like I'll get other people watch that watch, excuse me, that like are like, oh, this guy's cool. So I feel like that might happen. Okay. This guy, so Darren bringing her says yikes in the chat. I think earlier, I think my audio, I think I blew Darren's poor eardrums out whenever like fucking started the stream. So I apologize, Darren. If you're probably not here anymore, but I'm sorry, man. I apologize for like blasting. Sorry, that was the first time I've done that, and I did not succeed. Or at least, or maybe I did really very much succeed. Maybe I really did succeed, and that was how. Anyways, all right, let's get this shit on the road. Well, let's get this shit started, man. I'm gonna get some, why is this being like this? This is a new interface. This is a new interface, guys. Holy shit. Window capture. What's going on? There we go. There we go. Sure. And then we'll say, boom. And, boom. Oops. Oh, come on, OBS. There we go. Live streaming is so difficult sometimes. Well, it doesn't have to be. Ooh, the moon is really pretty right now. I'm sorry. I kind of want to take a photo of that and show you guys, but I won't. I won't bother. Let's do a quick chase. Why not? Hope anybody watching. Listen, I don't know who's watching. I don't know if there's anybody out there listening. But I will tell you, I hope anybody who's listening is doing all right. I hope you guys are hanging in there in this world we live in, full of, for lack of better terms, fun people. Yeah, you know, people who are shitheads and politically fucked in the head, or maybe they're assholes. You know, hopefully, if you're around those people, they don't bother you, and you're like, man, I don't know what's up with you, but listen, I don't want to live that way. Anyways. Alright. Gosh, this takes forever. I love this game, but it takes forever to load a match, dude. It is like, okay, here we go. Oh shit. It'd be really awesome is if I found someone like who is playing the game. Oh god, this is gonna be a full house, man. Holy shit, 9 out of 12 players. Who like playing the game, who like was watching the stream at the same time. That would suck though, because then they would like know where I was going and like, oh fuck, we're gonna get them, They'd be like tailing my ass, Oh well. If you're like a really popular streamer, I'm not even sure it'd be possible to play this game, because like you would have so many people trying to join the same lobby you were in, and it would just be full of them like, trying to like teabag you and shit. It would just suck, honestly. It'd probably be a horrible experience. What do I know? I'm no popular YouTuber. We are so close. Come on. Loading world. One of my friends is playing XCOM Enemy Unknown. Never played that game. I'm not even sure I've heard of that game. No idea. Not a clue. Here we go. All right, let's see where we're at here. We are in a really good position. Nice. Shit, okay. Let's do it. This is... I'm not sure why it's thinking... Oh, I see, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go this way. Oops. Oh, for flip's sake. Here we go. Alright. Make your vehicle... Oh, I forgot. My microphone is, like... right here. Okay. I think it's this way I need to go. I don't know. Maybe. Alright, here we go. We're gonna chase that nader. Nope, wrong way. Oh, goodness. This map, man. Alright. We immediately need headlights. We immediately need wipers. Try to drive here. Try to do this. Here we go, boys. Crank that up. Oh, I have my keyboard in a weird position, and so like oh, this is gonna be more difficult than it already is. Jeez. So my microphone, it sits at a very weird like spot on my desk, and when I'm like using my computer here, and I'm sure the audio doesn't sound very good either, so I apologize, but my microphone sits in a weird position, and it's hard because like my keyboard like gets in the way of it. So, like, when I'm trying to play a game like this, you know, this kind of shit happens. Still to this day, I've been playing this game now for over a month, which is probably not a long time, but hey, I mean, I don't know. But I have, whenever I try to take a photo of a wall cloud, or what I think is a wall cloud, like, that to me looks like a wall cloud. But the game will be like, no, that's not a wall cloud, fuck you. And I'm like, okay, fine. Where the fuck am I going? There we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Like, to me, that warrants, like, a photo. In fact, I'm going to try it right now. Just for the hell of it. Let's try this. Nope. See? Told you. I don't know if that is. I feel like it is. That's what Tornado's going to be. But, you know, what do I know? Not much, apparently. So there's that. No idea. Let's see here. I'm sure it probably annoys people. I have like my wipers cranked up and there's like no rain, but I would never do that in real life. But in this game, I like it's kind of a pain to like turn the wipers on and off. So I try to like just have them going. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. So see, I feel like, oh my gosh, this fucking thing. I feel like a tornado is gonna come out right up there. Like I feel like that's gonna be our guy, man. I don't know for sure, but oh yes, I knew it. I knew it. In fact, stop. No. Okay. I reported it, boys. First report. Sweet. I don't actually see the funnel. Oh no, I see the funnel. I see the funnel. Okay, so let's go. This road is kind of gonna. We gotta get out in front of it. Gotta get out in front of this thing. In front of this nader. Speaking of which, it has been very hot here in Missouri. We had like a little bit of a break late last week, around the time that that thing happen. But otherwise, it has been very hot. Oh, that's a tornado. Oh, you reported. Okay, you reported. Fine, whatever. Well, I got the funnel cloud. That's what's important, I guess. Yeah, it's been very, very hot this week, and or at least today, at least Monday, and yeah, it's just been very unpleasant. And you might be able to hear my air conditioners just running rampant in the background. And that is because, yeah, they're needed, unfortunately. Yeah, I have two. My main AC, and then I have my, like, my secondary AC. God, this is going to be fun. I don't think I'm going to make this, actually. No, I'm not. I'm not. That's already too far in. All right, let's go this way. So yeah, it's been very warm in Missouri. I'm sure it's very hot in a lot of places right now. But all I know is in Missouri, it has sucked, very much sucked. And I don't know, it's not pleasant weather. So I hope that if you are out in the heat right now, you are staying cool. That doesn't make any sense. I hope that you are staying cool, at least in this time, because yeah, it's warm. See if I can get ahead of this thing. There's a tornado right there, guys. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we can intercept it up here. There's like a road right there. Okay, Perfect. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get this, man. I have faith that we will achieve a tornado intercept. I have faith. Or we can just hit the light pole. That works too. You know, either way. A light pole intercept. Ah, yes. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, we gotta kind of book it here. Kind of gotta book it. That's the hook right there, and that's me. So we gotta kind of book it. You can see it off the distance. They were definitely gonna have to cross this path here, and I am just booking it, man. Trying to make it. Trying to make it. And it looks a little bit weak, so I'm a little bit worried about it. I'm a little bit worried about it not being, or not lasting. I could be wrong, though. It's kind of picking up steam. Okay. All right, we might be in the path. Getting pretty close to being in the path. I feel like it's kind of going, it's going north, so we need to get up pretty far. I think we need to go as far north as we possibly can. To really, yeah, get into this thing. Probably north of these trees, I bet. Actually, right here is good. Yeah, these people are right here. Okay. You just barely see it. This is quite intimidating because you know it's right there. Okay. All right, I say we set the probe down and we get the fuck out of here. Wait. Yeah, I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up. And this could be a death trap real quick. I hate this when these tornadoes go like, they kind of start like, they veer way too, oh, you guys gotta move your asses, dude. Holy shit. Move. Move, oh fuck. Okay. Fuck. We're still too far. Come on. Come on, car. Come on, car. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, we gotta be in the path now. Yeah. Stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. Fuck, get out of the car. Fuck. Oh, fuck. It's... Jesus, fuck. Oh, God. Way too close for comfort. I'm not exactly sure my probe... Oh, my probe's gonna get hit. I think so. Yeah, it got a little bit. It got a little bit. Move. Your asses. Well, you know what? You guys are weird, man. This is why storm chasing is not a good idea in real life. Alright, we definitely got an intercept, which is good. I like that. I'm trying to, like, win up a bunch of... get a bunch of points so that I can, like, you know, get, like, better goofer probes or some shit, you know. Eventually get the Dominator or whatever the fuck. Okay, let's see where we're at. Why the fuck is this doing this? Okay. Oh shit, there's another one up here. Okay, I think I'm gonna go... Where? Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go... Can you please not? I'm gonna go, like, up here. Yeah. because then I'll be able to make it to up there. All right, let's go. I don't know if I'll be intercepting that again. Did it dissipate? I don't see it anymore. But if I can, lovely. There is exactly, apparently according to YouTube, one person watching. And, you know, to that one person, I appreciate your view, man. That's fine. I'm kind of in, like, I don't know if I could truly give a fuck anymore about YouTube and maintain my fucking sanity. Because, oh, jeez. This is smart. Because I feel like to please people nowadays is... Because here's the thing, you're trying to, like, fight this major dopamine fix, right? And, like, people want this major dopamine fix, and it's just very, very rough. I am live streaming, hope you know that. Do you know I'm live streaming? Okay, well, now you do. Can I help you? Anyways. Oh, I have not done them, actually.
Has it been 2 days?
I think so, actually. No. Well,
Yeah, I don't think yesterday.
I don't think yesterday, actually. Shoot. I'll do them. I'll do them later. They'll have to be later, though. Yep. Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking die. Holy shit. This is the problem. You know, am I like running? I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention. I think I'm gonna run right into this thing. Oh. Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh, that's a little close. Okay, I don't think I have time to deploy the probe. So, maybe? No, I don't have any time. I don't have time for this. Yeah, let's keep going. I think I'm dead. Something tells me I'm dead. Something tells me I'm a little, trapped. Oh my god. How the fuck did I survive that? Dude, I, like, got run over by the detonator and I'm fine. I should have deployed the probe then. Shit, I was the probe there. Well, that was a lost opportunity. Jeez, I'm sorry. Well, I guess, that's cool. Can I get it one more time? No, I don't think so. Okay, I am really not doing well right now. I am tanking it, man. Holy shit. I am really not doing well. Wow. Wow. Yeah, here, Tornado. Come here. Come here. I kind of don't want to die, actually, because I do have, like, probe data, which is worth something. In fact, you know what? Here, hold on 1 second. What I'm going to do. Turn off the thing. Oh, that's actually decent tornado. Okay, so I do need to get to the gas station, which means going north, which means, oh, this thing's actually growing. See if I can get up on the road here. It's not a bad nader, man. I wish I could not be stuck anymore. Here we go. Okay, we're gravy. I do need to get gas, so that would be a really nice tornado to probe. However, I don't think I'm going to have the opportunity, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think so. So let's... Yeah, I'm getting low on gas. Ugh. That sucks. Alright, I'm gonna go... You know what, though? We might, okay, I need to slow down here because I'm going to run off the fucking road if I'm not careful. Oh, God. Well, there might be another... I might get another chance here at victory without wanting it. Oh. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, Jesus, fucking spooks me, man. I wonder if I can collect, like, data right now. Oh, God, is this gonna hit the gas station? Please don't. God damn. Oh, fuck, I wonder if it is. No, it's not. It's not. Okay. Let's get back in. Alright, I'm going to hit the gas station real quick. Nope, nope, hit the pole instead. Okay. Now I'll hit with the gas station. This guy's going to ram into me. Please don't. Okay. Okay, yeah. So... I could keep trying to chase this. I could go up here, and I might be able to intercept it one more time. It's probably going to weaken, though. But we can try. Or, you know, the other thing we could do is simply get some photos of it. No, I can't. Okay. I could leave now, and I'd be safe with my data, but I feel compelled. I feel compelled. I feel compelled. I feel compelled to hit things, apparently. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. So I think this goes straight through. If it goes straight through, I can just get up and maybe do one more intercept. If this thing does not dissipate, it's probably going to, if I had to be honest. If I had to be honest, yeah. And I feel like other chasers are thinking the same thing and are leaving, which is, you know, cool. Alright, okay, so probably... I don't know if I'm going to get this. I don't think it's going to be a thing. Maybe this road right here? I don't think so. I can't even see the damn thing. It's velocity. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get much more out of this. But I'm going to go up a little bit, up a little ways. And we'll see. We'll see what we get. I'm not currently in a warning, which is sort of good news because I think it's too far north. I don't think I'm going to get anything here. Yeah. I have to go... Okay, and then yeah, it's gone. It dissipated. Okay. Well, that was fun. Oh, hello, Joe Daisy. How's it going? I am playing Outbreak, being absolutely... kind of a loser right now because I don't really feel like doing anything else, honestly. I don't know, I just don't care anymore about my channel. I don't care about, like, trying to make people happy, so I've decided to not just do what I want to do, I guess. Sorry if that's a... yeah. I was saying earlier, so, okay, I'll tell the story again. So the reason why my stream is titled the way it is right now is, unfortunately, I didn't do a live stream on Thursday because some dude in his truck, he was drunk, kind of like that guy was just now, and he managed to run into my front yard and hit a tree in my front yard. He also, I've heard two things. I've heard drugs, I've heard alcohol. I don't know what it was. But one of those two things, maybe both even, This guy managed to. He also once he like crashed into my front yard, he got out of his truck and he dumped either drugs or alcohol. He went behind my house and dumped drugs and or alcohol in my bushes out back. Anyways, in the meantime, while he did this, he also managed to crash into the power pole across from my house, and that took out my power internet. So hence no live stream. So yeah. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I didn't want to get this. Yeah, let's do this. So yeah, it was fun to deal with that. Unfortunately, what? I didn't get an earring. Oh, I probably did I break shit? That sucks. Really? I didn't get any earnings from that? That sucks ass. Oh well. So yeah, that was fun. I had to deal with that last week on Thursday, so I didn't get a chance to live stream, and I kind of dealt with more of that on Friday. So yeah, I'm kind of behind, I guess. That's why I'm streaming now. I did a video, and I'll do a stream today, which is what I'm doing right now. Which is kind of why it's kind of why this is it's an off. I'm off schedule. It's not exactly because I fucked up. I mean, honestly, this time it's not my fault. I've got to be honest with you. I guess I could have done a live stream like over the weekend, but I don't know. We just had other shit going on, so I chose to just be just chillax. And then I came back on Monday, and there's all that. So yeah. That's insane. Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty upset on Thursday. Because here's the thing, the tree he hit too, it was already having trouble. I've been trying to keep it alive because I don't want to lose. It's an old tree, it's a big tree, so it's not like you can replace it, right? So I've been trying to keep it going, and because I've had like 2 arborists tell me like, oh, it's probably not going to make it. And so I'm like, well, I'm trying to, keep it going. Long as I can anyway, before I have to really cut it down, because number one, I don't want to cut it down because that'll cost $2,000, and all that's good stuff. So yeah, it was great. I will be honest, I was Amarin. I mean, I realize people are not going to like this, but shout out to them, or at least the guys working. They were out. They came out like at 8 o'clock at night to start working on that power pole. And hell, they had my power on by about 1 a.m. or so. I think it was about 1 a.m. Yeah. And they were working into the wee hours of the night to do that. I appreciate those guys. I was a little bit worried that like Amarin, because I was kind of originally told that they wouldn't come out until like next morning, which I guess is kind of understandable, the amount of damage. But they came out and they did great. They got the power going, everything right away. So I'm really shout outs to the Amman crew for getting that done so quickly. Honestly, it was pretty impressive, and they even repaired like my fiber and everything. So like, I'm honestly the me streaming to you right now, they got that fixed as well. So I'm yeah. Should be sued for punitive damages. I actually, when I got home, my house was like surrounded with crime scene tape. I couldn't even get to it until I talked to the cop. I honestly tried not to because I was like, I want to deal with this shit. But I talked to the cop, and he told me I'd be a victim in this case. I guess the guy that's like, the guy that drove the truck, I guess. So I kind of estimated some of the costs. The tree, I guess I really didn't talk to him much about. I could try to sue this guy, but he's honestly, I'm just gonna be fucking honest. He's a lowlife, and I don't think he has any money. I'm gonna get my pound of flesh because, like, for instance, this guy's got a bail of like $10,000. He's not getting out, He's probably going to suffer enough as it is anyway, and I don't know. It is what it is. Each $10 tree. Yeah, that's to me the biggest loss is that damn tree. I mean, besides the fact that apparently the cops went through my bushes, but I was specifically told if you see any like weird plastic baggies or like anything like that, like to call them right away because they're not like. Again, I was told like 2 different things. I was told they found drugs. I was also told You know, like I was told that hazmat was called in to like clear shit out. I was also told that like they just found alcohol. I don't know. I really don't know. I wasn't home when it all happened, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, because I would have been very upset with this man if he would have, during that point in time. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was fun. I didn't appreciate it. I don't, I don't need any red trucks as lawn ornaments, guys. Listen, I know you guys are super fans and everything, but listen, the way to win my heart is not by taking a truck to my front yard. I will not appreciate that. Oh man. Oh yeah, my mailbox actually also got attacked. I had to replace that too. Did that over the weekend. My mailbox got smacked down by people so many times I lost count. I moved it across the road and a MoDOT snowplow hit it, and go figure. So my mailbox got hit, but the post is like, it doesn't seem like it should be good, but the post is like perfectly fine. Like my mailbox post, the mailbox itself got like completely fucking wrecked, but the post and like the piece of board that it sits on, I was able to use both of those things and just buy a new like simple cheap mailbox and put that back on. It was fine. Honestly, and it's not the biggest loss either because like I needed a new mailbox anyway. I still had the old mailbox from the previous owner of the house, so whatever. It is what it is. Not that I appreciate having to buy a mailbox, but it is what it is. Yeah. So next time a truck comes into your front yard, I don't know. I guess try not to freak out. Yeah, it was fun. I did. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I don't know if I want to play any more Outbreak. Maybe I'll just do a normal stream at this point. I'll probably just do that. That sounds like a plan. MoDOT replace yours. That's good. If MoDOT like damages stuff, they will often replace things. So like 2020, I think it was MoDOT. I had one of their, it wasn't a plow. It was like one of their gravel trucks or something. They were driving down the road and I was like turning left or something into an intersection, and they had like a rock flew off their truck and hit my windshield. And when that happened, it like put a big crack in my windshield, and I had my old Vibe at that time. And the thing is what it was like I had just gotten that windshield put on there because I had a previous damage to the old one like a month earlier. And I did that, of course, because I had an old car, so you have to take your car in to get it inspected, like safety inspection, for it to get like, relicensed. And so I went to MoDOT and I said, hey, listen, guys, I can't get my car at like a safety inspection now. I just replaced the windshield and you guys busted it, and so now I can't get the car, like it won't pass inspection now, because you guys broke my windshield, and they replaced it at their expense. So I just sent him some photos, emailed back and forth. They didn't really try to argue with it. They were just like, well, can you prove? And I said I gave them the date and time where I was at that date and time. And then I just took some photos of the damage, and they were like, oh yeah, our truck was there. They have like little, I guess like transponders or some shit in their trucks, so they can like see where their trucks all are. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like they replaced it. It was not bad. But anyways, yeah. So if MoDOT honestly, if MoDOT damages your stuff, they're usually pretty good about repairing it, or at least like paying for it, which is kind of nice. They damaged my front ditch nearly every year they mow, and they left huge ruts this year twice. We'll make sure they fix. They seem to have a thing against you, Judaisy. Seems like they're like constantly coming over there to like, wreck your shit, but then they have to pay for it. I don't know. That's weird. Why do they do that? I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. People are, I was kind of thinking about this too. Because like when I first moved here to my house, the notion was that like people are really nice in my small town, right? You don't have a lot of crap happen, not very many people, you don't have a lot of crime, not too much of that crap, Um, so I was, it's kind of like, it's sort of supposed to be like a peaceful place to live. Um, and then, once Trump got elected, honestly, these last couple of years, sorry to go political, but fuck it, it's my channel, whatever. Um, I feel like after Trump got elected, and like especially this year, like 2026, like kind of a year after he's had office and really fucked a lot of shit up, well, the Republicans as well. I feel like more and more crime is happening. Like I feel like more things are happening because like people are getting more and more stressed out or more desperate or like, losing access to vital, resource. Like a lot of people that are like on, that are already very much or have been or are very much at risk for, if they're very, very, their lives are unfortunate. And whatever the nice way is to say, honestly, just to say they're poor. Like, not to be an ass, but, hell, I'm fucking poor. I'm getting close to, that part. But, I feel like people are very much on edge right now with everything. And I feel like crime has risen, to be honest, at least around this area, just because, like, people are so on edge. I don't know. I also like to speculate that like this guy he like found my channel and he found out who I was and he's like, oh shit, and he like no, I don't think that's what happened. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna fucking do that, but I don't know. I don't think this was a coordinated attack. I don't think if it was, they really were stupid as fuck how this guy did it, man. He did not do that. Or, he did not get away with it. I mean, he's in trouble big time for it. So either he doesn't give a shit at all. I don't think so. I think he's just an unfortunate person, to be honest. Yeah, damn, Ditch is cursed. People are angry. Many are down. Yeah, there's just so much shit going on right now, And I've also noticed, like I was talking about earlier. I don't know. I kind of want to do a video about this, but I don't want it to sound like I'm pissed or like I'm like upset in some way because I guess in a way I sort of am, but like not like, oh, I'm not being viewed or whatever. It's like it's a different kind of upset because like people are like fully like slowly but surely unsubscribing. I'm losing subscribe every time I almost want to guarantee. I almost want to like put like $100 down. I'm not doing this because as soon as I do, we're fucked, right? But like, I almost want to bet a bunch of money that this live stream I will lose subscribers. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I guess like, I mean, I feel like I'm doing nothing different. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of the same old guy I've always been. People subscribe to me. They say people when they subscribe, they said, "Oh, we like you because you're real." Okay, well that hasn't changed. So I don't know. Maybe I've pissed people off from all my bullshit. I don't fucking know. That's fine. It's just weird how now they're unsubscribing. They weren't back then. I feel like I got a lot of subscribers from like those videos I did, like, oh, I'm no longer making videos, and at that time I kind of meant that, and I took those videos down, of course, for obvious reasons, but Chinese bots are trickling away. That might be what it is. Maybe my channel has just been fucking bot fested. I would listen. I don't know. Like I'm totally fucking. That could be a thing, There's a lot of methamphetamine related crime. Yeah, Missouri's always had problems with that, right? Missouri's always had, Midwest in general, or really all parts of the United States to some degree, but the Midwest really struggles with this. We have a lot of methamphetamine crime, and it's sad. I have family that have dealt with it personally, There's other creators who say they're losing subscribers because of YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's just me. In fact, I will say this, I was losing subscribers, like before, like I kind of like I changed my name away from Politicaware and kind of like crashed out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm Like I felt like I was losing shit back then before, and that's kind of why I kind of like decided to pivot because like my numbers were just tanking, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like my whole point of of the Political Wear channel was to like it kind of I mean it was supposed to sort of be like a podcast-y kind of channel and profit based on that. Like I'm just being honest with you. Like I'm not trying to hide my intentions. I was trying to profit off that channel. And it just you get to a point where you're like, and the reason why I say that is because I was trying to put like a video every single day, do like live streams often, but you can't do that if you're not making enough money on it, right? If you're gonna like consistently put out videos and you're not getting subscribers, or you're losing, I should say, like you're losing audience. It just, it makes it really rough, unfortunately. Not that I want to say like I'll never do stuff ever again because I love YouTube personally, right? I just fucking love this platform for some goddamn reason. I've always been on it, and it is what it is. But I mean, I'm not gonna like put out daily videos, and shit like that, or try to be like a podcaster, bro. If my channel's just gonna like crash out on me or something. So that's just not gonna happen. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Ice. Dank Mancher says ice. I don't know. Maybe ice is. But how would ice be doing that? How would ice be like affecting my channel? Are this like going after people, like going after my subscribers? Like, and what I mean by that is like, are they just going after people who like, are on average, watching this kind of content? Facebook shadow banned my page because of the name, though it's true history about the mafia. Everything is suddenly micromanaged. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. And like I said, like I realize that politics might be a really bad idea to talk about right now. And to be honest with you, I really want to do other types of videos, like tech-based videos, which I'm going to reserve for my other channel, though, I think at this point. But I can't quit. I can't not talk about I feel like we are facing the Fourth Reich in this country, and it's not even so much that I'll get on this camera and talk without even making any money at this point. Like I feel evil if I don't talk about this shit. Not because, I want to like, blast about it and like piss people off talking about it. But if I'm not talking about what the fuck is going on right now in this country and what we're doing to the world and what we're doing to ourselves, I just feel fucking evil. And I'm sorry, like I don't know how to, how to not talk about politics. I just can't do it. Like I just feel fucking evil, but not like I feel like that's what this country is meant to be. We're supposed to talk about this shit. And like we're doing the complete opposite. Like my video I did earlier today, right? Where I lost even more subscribers apparently, where that's what I tell people. I'm like, listen, the whole idea of the United States is to talk openly about the people running the show, and when they're fucking up, we got to address that, and we have to vote them out of power. And like we're just not doing that. Like like in general public, you're not supposed to talk about it. It's just the weirdest fucking thing, and I don't like it. So like YouTube, this is the only place where I can talk openly is on YouTube, which I don't maybe is not a good idea for other reasons. I don't know, but that's what I feel. That's how I feel, I suppose. If I ever touch Facebook again, it would be to delete my account. I did it with Twitter. I've done. I did so when Twitter. I never liked Twitter, and then when Elon Musk bought out Twitter, and all that bullshit, it was like my excuse to fucking just get off the fucking thing and just delete my accounts on there. If you feel like you can't talk about it, it's by design. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? I think that I don't know. I mean, and it's a real risk, guys. Like I'm sorry to like victim blame myself or like victim talk or some shit, or I don't know what the fuck you say, what I'm supposed to say here, but like getting on this platform and talking honestly about what is happening right now in our country is a risk. It's a real risk. I mean, ICE can show up at my fucking front door at any point, and there's not a fucking thing I can do about it. It's not like normal times where I can like try to, like if you get arrested and you go to jail, you can, get a lawyer and a defender and try to like, and there's a certain due process. It don't work like that with ICE. They just abduct your ass and you're fucking gone. And God help you. Maybe you can get on their good side and try to be like, listen, man, I'm here for everybody. I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to keep us a good country, But that is not guaranteed, right? Talking your only chance to talk your way out of it. And those people, I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't think they can be reasoned with. They don't seem to fucking give a shit. I mean, hey, if you're an ICE agent and you're watching, you let me know what the fuck's going on there, and if I'm wrong about that. But I don't know. So far from what we see, that's not the case. I feel like your input is very important, more than ever right now with midterms coming fast. That's the other thing. I really just, with midterms 100 days out, I just cannot not talk about this. My channel absolutely might be dying. But there are always those few that will watch, and perhaps my channel still gets, the algorithm still pushes. That's why I'm not really sure what it is, if it's YouTube or if it's people, because honestly, my channel is still pushed to new people all the time. Like when I upload a video or when I do a live stream, I guarantee that every so often a new person pops into my live stream who's never seen my shit before, right? And so, I mean, for them, they're like, holy shit, who's this guy, who's this asshole talking? But that's important because that means that I'm getting out there, right? It might be one or two people, and that's not enough to do anything in the grand scheme of things. But again, I've always said, if all of us do that, right? If all of us were out there talking about it and everything, it would get around, right? Your few people that you interact with, they interact with their few people, and it goes from there. Right. So that's kind of why I do this, because I feel like somewhere. And I don't believe these polls, I'm hearing so much from all these pollsters and especially Democrats, and they're all saying, oh, the Democrats are going to win. Republicans are shitting themselves, and I some of that is true, but I don't think it's a healthy narrative to be pushing right now that, oh, the Democrats have in the bag. I think that's setting us up for failure. I really, really do. Yeah. My Facebook page is growing by leaps and bounds, and suddenly the Meta Police took over. What do they do? Like, what do the Meta Police do? Everyone that actually cares needs to buy or create yard signs. Remember Epstein or something like that. That's the other weird thing. Like, I was watching a video last night kind of talking about, like, the Epstein, like, the conspiracy that he didn't kill himself in his prison cell, that something happened, and they were, like, really trying to, like, go into all that and talk about, all the facts that we actually do have, and they weren't trying to, like, prove the conspiracy was right. In fact, they're looking at it from a very granular standpoint, like, we don't know what really happened, we're going to try to find out best we can, right? And they actually lean more on the suicide notion, which I kind of do too, to be honest. I mean, Epstein was pretty. When people like Epstein get cornered, like he was in a prison, they will take themselves out just because they can't stand not being in control anymore. It's not, when a psychopathic person like Epstein is put in a cell where they don't have control, it very much ends badly for them mentally. So anyways, but the whole point of this was there's a lot of people in the comment section of that video that were talking about, like, yo, why are we not, they were like, I'm glad to see people talk about this right now, right? Because a lot of people, I do feel like the way Democrats might take back power is the fact that Republicans have absolutely buried the Epstein story. And I don't think that has gone quietly. I think there's a lot of people, especially MAGA, that are like, wait a minute, that's fucking weird. Why was that buried, right? And they're not happy with just accepting that, right? They want to know why. And I think that might, I'm not sure if that's enough to push them to vote for a Democrat, but hey, you know, it's something maybe that pushes them at least to get thinking about it. How's it going, Hope? How's it going? Yeah, you caught a live stream. Yeah, I listen. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I don't often like to say this, and I'll tell you right now, my main concern is the midterms and people, you know, and wanting to vote and all this shit and trying to spread, you know, the love and support, I guess, for that. Um, I really need you guys to do me a solid and spread my channel best you can. I don't like saying that because I'm not a big self promoter kind of person. I really don't like it. Like, I hate having to end a video saying like and subscribe. I feel like eating a bar of soap after saying that. I don't like doing that kind of shit, you know? But I think I like the reason why is because I want to be able to talk to as many people as possible about this and try to, I don't know, and try to put some reason in people's noggins. And the only way to do that is, of course, to have a lot of people watch, right? That's the reality of this. So, I mean, if we can get that done, great. But and again, especially if YouTube is trying to like fuck us all over, right, and try to like shadow ban us. I think the more people that deliberately try to browse to my channel, it makes that much harder for YouTube to do, right? Like, they'd have to officially ban my channel, you know, if they wanted to cover me up at some point. And then that would be like, you know, it would be like a big thing, right? I lost over 100 followers after the meta sweep. Interesting. That's weird. Necromancer says, it can't be just a few people putting up lawn signs for Epstein, might get attacked. You know, yeah, it has to be everyone. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it. I will say I have seen other types of lawn sign, not Epstein related, but like, you know, other Democratic-esque lawn signs in my hometown here in Missouri. So that's a little bit of a positive sign, in my opinion. I like seeing that. No cap, every time I see you become more beautiful, I know the subject at hand is serious, but I like to let you know. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know how to respond to that. Otherwise, just say I appreciate the nice comment. So yeah, sorry, I'm not good at taking stuff like that, I guess, but just remind me if I like it. So yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I try not to, you know. My selling point is I'm trying to be real with y'all. I don't really give a shit what you fucking do. If you don't want to watch my shit, you don't want to subscribe, listen, don't feel bad about it, right? It's really not about that. It's really more about, like, I just need people to, even if you've already watched my channel a lot and you have liked a lot of my videos, you just doing that, the algorithm will push it to other people. It does happen. I realize that YouTube is being shitty right now, but I'm telling you, my analytics are showing that it does still happen, right? And so that being said, you know, if people are watching my stuff, then other people do see it and potentially watch it as well. So, you know, it is what it is. All that little stuff helps. You know, it's like anything. Voting, you know, do your part and vote. Do your part and, you know, and promote, you know, good things. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. I can't donate 420,000 bits to get all the emojis and the perks and stuff because I'm broke. White. Listen, I will never ask any of you to spend money. All right. In fact, I turned off all the super chats and stuff. Like, after I switched over my I still monetize on this channel, but it's like nothing. It's like I think I've made $15 this month. You know, ooh, wow. You know, but I turned off all the super chats and everything because I don't know. I don't want to deal with that shit. You know. My big point here is really just to try to get out, you know, try to convince people we need to vote in midterms. Democrats especially need to vote in the midterms. If you're an independent, Rose. Sorry, guys. Rose, get off table. Go, get on. All right. Damn it. All right, there we go. Sorry, you're not supposed to go on the table. All right, you be good. Play in that box. Anyways, what was I saying? I don't know. Something about my channel. I don't know. Like, just getting it out there near Bart. That kind of thing. But yeah, don't no. I'm sorry, super chats. Yeah, I totally turn all that stuff off because I don't want people to think they have to spend money on me or anything. Just watching my stuff is enough, man. It really is. See, releasing the country, the main opposition party made it clearly apparent that its leadership is controlled opposition. So 80% of the whole party left it and founded a new one. And tens of millions of people followed suit with party membership already. The lack of any survivability for any third party in the U.S. is wild. I would agree with you at this moment in time about the third party comment. I would say, so here's the thing. I've said in the past many times, we need a new party, but when I say that, I also want to follow it up with, it can't happen right now. I think it's sort of happening in the sense where DSA Democrats are starting to take a huge, it seems like they're starting to take a huge lead, right? And that is because the Democratic Party has just gotten too much shit for, trying to, I don't know, like be kind of the same kind of idiots that support Israel and shit like that, right? So now that you're kind of seeing this divide in the Democratic Party, which is a good divide actually. It's between the DSA, the New Democrats, the Democratic Socialists, and the old-fashioned, corporate craphead Democrats, whatever you want to call them, I guess. And that's a good divide because what that also does is that kind of puts the old-fashioned Democrats on notice and says, listen, if you want to maintain this party, you're going to have to step up your game, and you got to get on board with new ideas or else it's not going to happen for you, which is a good thing. You should show us Rose sometimes. People go nuts for Max Velocity's curd. Establishment Dems. Yeah, let me see if I can get Rose real quick. Hold on. Let's see if I can get her. Rose, where are you at? Oh, man, I lost her, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, there she is. Hey, Rose. She knows something's up. Come here. Come here. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Yes, I know. All right, she's not very happy right now because I just, scooped her up from under her little thing. But here's Rose. You saw I had the camera. You say something. Want to say something, Mike? Want to say something? She doesn't want to say it. She has no comment. She has no comment. She has no comment for us, unfortunately. She's very upset, and she's about ready to bite me. There we go. All right. You sit back there. Oh, here she goes. She's going to bite. She's going to bite. Rose, be good. All right. She likes to bite me. Oh, goodness. Yeah, establishment Democrats. Have Rose tell my 18-year-old to chillax and stop walking around my keyboard. Rose, she doesn't do that. I think she tried at one point to be a desk cat, but she kind of didn't care for it. I have this little thing I bought. I think from Home Goods. And it's like a little floating bed thing or whatever. It's on, and she sometimes sits on it. I paid a decent money for it too, and she hardly ever uses it. Rose is one of those cats that loves boxes. She will absolutely fly, a new box comes into the house. I buy something new, whatever. First thing I do is take the thing out of the box. I throw the box on the ground. Once I know I've got everything out of it because it's hers now. She loves new boxes, man. She loves them. A fresh box is something that Rose just fucking loves. Yeah, typical cat behavior. Yep, for sure. I see videos claiming Zoran is leading a needed radical revolution within the party, but I see one saying he's just another establishment liberal pretending to be a socialist. I don't know about that. I've seen Zoran do some really good things. And here's the thing, I need to be honest a bit with you guys. It takes money to do politics in our current. I don't like that fact. I'm not a fan of that. Don't get me wrong. I want that to end. But right now in 2026, if you want to went against the Republicans and the bullshit establishment, you kind of have to have money to do it. Don't you need backers and things, and you campaign, and you've got this narrative you got to beat, right? And that I'm telling, listen, take it from a YouTuber. You know, and I'm small and I understand this. Say and do the wrong shit and you'll lose tons of people, right? And they don't care. They just automatically hate you because you're all of a sudden no longer, good to them or something. I don't know. But Zoran, I think, is a really great person, and I love him a lot. I've seen what he's doing there. I think he actually is making a change, and I think that is much needed, not only because it's needed, but because it shows it's very hard. See, all the both sides are bad people. That's the kind of shit I wanted them to see. I'm like, wait a minute now, what's that? If both sides truly are bad, then why is he doing a great job, right? And they don't have a comment to that. So, if your video is what I believe watched, the video misleading. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I agree with the whole. I think there's going to be a lot of that too, guys. I mean, that's a good point. There's probably going to be a lot of. I don't know for sure what video we're talking about here, but there's probably going to be narrative out there. I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to like shit on anybody here or nothing. I'm just saying there's probably going to be a lot of narrative out there, especially coming from the Republican side, who's trying everything they can do. So when we say Republicans might rig elections, this is what we're talking about. They will try to spread narrative, like from people that you might trust. They might say things or be sold to you to say things like, oh, Zoran Mondani is not really a DSA person. He's just a bullshit corporate establishment Democrat. Don't trust him. They'll say shit like that, to mislead you. Listen, I'm telling you, Republicans, they are not good people. I feel like that should be obvious by now, but they will do anything they can. And the more money and power they have, the worse it will get, right? So just understand, right? We need to be very on top of that, and always fact check everything you see online, right? And then even when you fact check it, even if it's factually based, what are they trying to sell here? Because sometimes they can sell you a narrative. It's all based on fact, but it's still not quite a good narrative, right? So you just gotta watch out for that shit. Sure, Zoran benefited from nepotism from his family. It doesn't automatically make you bad. I mean, if you're trying to do good things, you're trying to do good things. We all come from different backgrounds. I mean, someone could argue that I am privileged because, I didn't have divorced parents or something, right? There's a lot of shit that went wrong in my childhood, but hey, someone could say I'm privileged just because, I had food on the table and a roof over my head, right? And so, but I mean, besides that, I grew up fucking poor, right? So it's like, we all come from different levels of shit and not shit, I guess. As long as you're trying to do good things, I don't give a fuck who you are, man. In fact, if you have money, you're trying to do good things, that's great. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. I don't remember what time it's listening because busy at work. Yeah. I hate that Missouri is deep red state. Yeah. Here's the thing about Missouri. So Joe Daisy and I live sort of close together. At least we live around in the same general area. Here's what I will say about Missouri and Central Missouri specifically, because that's where I've spent most of my life in Central Missouri. I love the weather here. I love the land. I love Missouri like by itself. The state and the land by itself. What I don't like is like Joe Days was saying, there's a lot of people here that there's not a lot of developed culture here in Missouri. I'm sorry. Listen, I live here. I'm part of it, And I think that that leads to people being very bored and doing a lot of stupid shit. And that being said, I wish people, I just honestly, I really wish people would, you know, be more just intellectual. Like, you know, like intellectual things. I don't know how to describe that, right? But they don't. They like to get drunk and fucked up, and that just I won't say much more about that because I think people just get pissed off when I say it, but I think that's where a lot of this shit comes from, where a lot of people vote red and they believe stupid shit because I don't think they're really trying to think too hard about how the world works, and I find that to be a problem, personally. So yeah, sorry if that pisses you off, but it is what it is. Hello, how's it going, Cosmic Origin? What do you mean that's you? So yeah, I don't know. So for anyone who's just joining, I feel like we've had a few more people. The title of my stream, if you've already heard the story, I apologize to do it again. I did not do a live stream on Thursday last week. You probably noticed that, or if you did, I don't know if you're keeping track, but you know, whatever. If you are, I apologize. Because I had someone essentially run into crash their truck in my front yard. Essentially hit my tree and crashed. One of my two big trees. In the process of doing this, they took out my mailbox and they took out the power lines across from my house, including my fiber optics. I was without power for about 12 hours-ish, also including internet. Actually, again, I'll say Ameren, their crew got the shit turned on like right away, so it was very, very nice. I'm very happy with those guys. They were pretty good, but yeah, so that's why the live stream did not happen on Thursday as planned. So I put out a video today, and I'm doing a live stream now to kind of compensate for that. I might do a live stream. It's going to be kind of a weird schedule. I'm also going to be taking a small trip this week. And so I might get another video out. Probably not a live stream. I might try to do a video. We'll see. But I might not. So I'll try to do a video and or stream tomorrow. I don't know if that'll happen. So this might be the last thing you see until next week, and I apologize about that. Unfortunately, that incident last week just kind of messed up my whole schedule. So, yeah. Oh, you said divorced parents. That's me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to. I'm sorry, Cosmic Origin. That really does suck. I'm sorry to hear that. However, hello from Canada. Hope you're keeping a positive mind, guys. The clouds always part. You know what, Cosmic? I'm going to say this. I assume you're from Canada from your comment. I have to be honest with you, man. I really apologize about my country. I am so sorry that we are doing this right now. And listen, I walk amongst people that I don't agree with. I'm just going to be frank, right? I did not vote for Trump. I've never voted for Trump. I've always voted against Trump. And this is just not, it's just not, I don't know. It's not something I wish to put on you guys. I'm so sorry for all this stuff. And I realize people are not, I'm sure people in this country are going to hate me saying that, but see, that's my point though. We shouldn't be thinking that way. It's fucked up that like I have to feel bad for apologizing on behalf of my country because we're fucking up with our allies. Sorry, I apologize on behalf of the misbehavior of our country. It is what it is. Bye. So yeah, I am looking forward to hopefully trying to win these midterms for Democrats and at least get the ball rolling as far as taking back this fucking country and getting it back on the right track. But God, we have some damage control to do. And that's kind of the other reason why I made my video earlier today is, guys, this country is not well liked by other countries. I mean, again, I already said all this in that last video, but we are not liked by other countries right now. It's a problem, a big problem. And we need to fix that because the United States relies heavily on our allies. We rely heavily on Canada. We rely heavily on Mexico. A lot of our cars are manufactured All your Chevrolets, a lot of them come from fucking Mexico. Look this shit up if you don't believe me. We rely a lot, and it's not even a bad thing, you know. Why can't we rely on our allies? Why can't we work really well together with Canada? Why can't we work together with Mexico? Why can't we be three very strong allied nations? It doesn't make any sense to me why we have to be so split apart. I've never agreed with a narrative like that. I've never agreed with the narrative. I don't understand that narrative. So if you're from Canada or you're from Mexico, especially, I mean, if you're from the UK or like the European nations or anywhere else, really, I'm not a citizen of the United States that cares for all this division shit. But you know, I don't know. It's I'm not fucking. We're not there. I'm just saying there are those that walk amongst everybody else in this country that are just horrified with what's happened. And it's the reason why I keep getting back on this fucking YouTube channel and keep saying shit, because I cannot help myself, you know. I gotta keep saying it, you know. I hope it gets better. I really fucking do. I truly do. So yeah, we know the guy. I have lots of friends with there. Yeah, and again, Canada, you guys. You guys have been the absolute best of the United States. You guys have been the absolute fucking best of the United States. When 9/11 happened, Canada took in, look this up. Lyceum Theater, actually, in Arrow Rock in Central Missouri, had a whole show about this last year. They took in tons, but when the United States closed down its air traffic, you know, its airspace, excuse me, Canada was like the country that took in several stranded planes, including Americans, all kinds. They hardly had the resources for it. They hardly had the ability to take all that shit in. They landed planes in small, tiny airports everywhere they fucking could. And I don't believe we've ever thanked them once. Or at least like on a national level, like the president or something. I'm not sure. Did George W. Bush ever thank them for that shit? He might have. He might have come out with a statement for that. I don't know. But you know, I as someone who has done my homework, who actually cares about Canada and you know, appreciates my relationship with them, like, I understand that we need Canada. We need our allied countries to be strong. You know, we need NATO. We need our European countries. But and I got to be honest with you, if you think that it's just Trump, it's not. There are so many people in the United States that don't understand that. They don't get. You know, they never think about Canada. They never think about Mexico. They never think about Europe or that shit. All they're thinking about is them fucking selves. And I'm not trying to shit on everybody, but I'm just saying, like, that needs to change. We need to be, yes, we need to care about the United States and problems here at home. Absolutely. But we also need to care about our neighbors. And I just, it almost makes me emotional to think about how much Canada has just stuck its neck out for us. And we just shit on it every single fucking time. I don't know. I'm sorry I go off on a tangent like that, but it's just, I'm not gonna stand for this shit. You know, I give a shit about Canada, and I give a shit about our neighbors. I give a shit about Mexico, and anybody who we do are allies. And the fact that we had to go through this bullshit in this country, God help us, we make it through it. That's all I can say. And if we don't, then we deserve all the shit we get. To the rest of the world, you guys have one ally and it ain't us. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ben, not changing the subject, I just wanted to ask before I forgot whether you're going to see Never Stop Chasing, Reed Timmer's movie that releases August 21st. This is the first time I've heard of this, actually, to be honest with you. Um, I'll consider it. I'm not a big Reed Timmer fan. I don't mind Reed Timmer, but he's kind of like the show dog of storm chasing, right? He's kind of like the guy he's always like, uh, he's kind of like, I don't know. I take the study of meteorology very serious, and like the science behind it, and trying to develop better systems for it and everything. And it's just people like Reed Timmer kind of get me a little bit upset about that kind of shit. I don't know. So they're a little bit too into themselves, I think. But I'll see. I'll see what I might like it. We'll see. I'll check it out and see what I think. Is it coming out in theaters? I'll look this up. In fact, I fucking look it up right now. Let's see. Reed Timmer Never Stop Chasing Reed Timmer. I like how Reed Timmer used like an AI. He used like an AI thing for this. What the fuck? Whatever. Is it like, what is this? It's like a documentary or something. IMDb. I suppose it releases in theaters. I guess. I'm really not sure. So, yeah, I'll have to check that out, I suppose. If I remember. If I don't, I'm sorry. I do find this view a bit naive, honestly. The fact that Canada has been so supportive of U.S. imperialism is not a good thing for one. Okay. That's not what I meant, though. I'm not talking about them supporting us or imperialist bullshit. I'm talking about them just being good people and trying to help out where they can. Canada is not supporting imperialism. I go talk to them and see what kind of response get to that. I'm not sure that's going to go out well for you, man. That's a hot take right there. Also, Mexicans surely have a completely different mindset and worldview. For example, they're aware of small Central American countries, the fact that they're North America too. I mean, yeah, Mexico. I mean, I care about them as much as well. I mean, honestly, though, like, are we really not gonna, like, again, going back to the whole 9/11 thing, are we really going to actually shit on Canada for trying to be just trying to, like, hey, we're gonna help out, while the U.S. is dealing with an attack on its soil, we're gonna try to help out. Like, are we really going to label that as imperialism? Like, that's fucked, man. I don't know if I get behind that. Trump is destroying all allies, and I despise the renamed Gulf of America. It will always be Gulf of America. Yeah, So here's the thing: nobody else. I don't think anybody else on the planet, except unless you're the United States or in the United States, is like saying or like is recognizing that name. I think it's still Gulf of Mexico for like everybody else, unless you're in the United States. Okay, like if you're on Google Maps and you look at that, I think it's like Gulf of America now. But if like you use a VPN or something, or you're like just outside the United States, it'll show up as Gulf of Mexico. It's just to make Trump happy, I guess. He doesn't really notice. Trump doesn't know how to use a VPN, so so long as it shows Gulf of America for him, he's fucking fine. Reed is a daredevil, but he's a really nice guy, and a lot of storm chasers love him. And yep, there's in theaters. Okay, I'll go check it out. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be so hard on my ass about that. I don't know. I have a very serious take on all this stuff. I feel like storm chasing has gotten a little bit. I mean, I enjoy it for the science that that meteorology provides. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Well, let's see. Hope says, quite frankly, I don't care that it's a hot take. I understand your point. Regardless, they've supported imperialistic wars. Canada is ruled by the equivalent of U.S. establishment Dems. I understand that. Hope, what country are you from? Are you willing to tell us what country you're from? You said you're not in the States. What country are you from? So I'm not saying that like Canada is not without its problems. I'm simply saying that as a citizen of the United States, for us, they have been helpful and not just in, oh, we're going to do fucking wars. Turkey, dude, Turkey is fraught with fucking problems. Turkey is fraught with fucking problems, man. Like, Turkey, you guys need to, like, clean your act up over there. Holy shit. I don't know, man. You guys got some shit going down. Like, your shit's dangerous, dude. I mean, sorry, not sorry, it is. Not that I'm saying I hate Turkey. I fucking wish, I honestly probably should visit one day, but I'm kind of afraid to be honest. Yeah. Listen, and like I said, I'm not saying that Canada is like, I'm just saying like outside of the political spectrum, Canadian citizens and towns and, and places there have helped citizens in the US many times. Outside of the government shit, outside of the political sphere, it's, yeah. That you, Vlad? I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, oh, and that's the other hard thing about doing politics, guys, is you guys gonna be like, fuck you, Ben. We hate your ass. You're spearing imperialistic shit. No. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, yeah, whatever. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to fucking, listen, here's my take. Here's my fucking hot take. Here's my fucking hot take. Ready for this shit? And this is a hot take, and you're going to be like, oh, Ben, that's impossible. It is fucking possible for every single person on this planet, well, at least all the good people. There are some shitheads out there. But for all the average / good people, right, that exist on this planet, whether that be in fucking Turkey, or in Canada, or United States, or Mexico, or fucking, I don't know, fucking Albania, or some shit, or like fucking, Bosnia, or, the Democratic Republic of Congo, or whatever the fuck you are, man. Morocco, for God's sakes. Fucking Oman, wherever the fuck you are on this planet, you can be a good person and promote good things. And we all need to do that. We all share, everywhere across the world, we share the equal responsibility to be decent people, to care about one another no matter where the fuck we're from, and to stand up to tyrannical fucked up governments. We all share that responsibility. So, I don't really, that's a hot take. You're all gonna be like, oh, Ben, you're getting all fucking soppy. That is the number one reason why we have all these fucking problems in the world. Is because people want to be hateful with each other. Believe bullshit narratives and sell. If I'm gonna get on YouTube and sell you a fucking narrative, it's gonna be a good one. I will not be adding to all this bullshit about, ooh, look what the fucking, listen, even people in Israel, right? I'm not saying I support Israel and all that shit, what they're doing right now, because Israel is fucked right now, right? I have no qualms about that, but I absolutely 100% guarantee you that there are people in the country of Israel right now. They might be few and far between. They might be. Or I really don't know. I really don't know. But I know for a fact there are people in Israel right now, few and far between maybe, that are damn good people and are horrified with what Israel is up to. And you'll never know about them because they can't say anything. They can't say we don't support this shit because Israel's horrible. They'll just fucking wipe these people out. They have to play the game if they want to live, they want to survive, right? And there's ways to play the game and still try to push things in the right direction. But it's a very slow process. And that's why it's imperative that we don't become a Russia or an Israel in the United States. Because if we do, it makes it that much harder for us to reverse that trend. I hope that makes sense. So, I just know that when I get all soppy on YouTube, y'all fucking start unsubscribing. Y'all be like, man, we don't want to hear all this goody two shoe shit. We're here for all the negative shit. We're here to get our dopamine fix. And I'm like, listen, this is your dopamine fix right here. You know, you might not like it. It's like vegetables. It's like your vegetables. You gotta do it, man. You just gotta fucking, you know, you just gotta think this shit. Trump will have everybody hating us. It won't be safe travel anywhere outside the United States. We can change that. We can change. Trump does not have to dictate the United States forever. We as people dictate what the fuck we do. And we can stop Trump. We can definitely do that. How's it going, as Blanket? Hopefully you are having a good evening or in a good time, or at least a decent moment in your life. That's hot take. You seem terrible. You see how terrible stuff is in Turkey, right? We don't have millions of people chilling. You know, but yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. I was like, and I don't know. I am not. So to be fair, I've been so occupied. I used to be way more into other countries and what their politics were and what people were doing, and I have not really paid much attention to Turkey or other countries there in the what I would say the extreme Eastern Europe regions. Only because it's been hard right now. I'm dealing with bullshit in my own country. I'm sorry. It's just, unfortunately, I'm dealing with crap here at home, and so I can't be as helpful to places around. So yeah, I know that Turkey's going through some shit, and that's again my other reason why I want to get my country back in order is so that we can. The United States used to be that country that would kind of police the world or really just try to help other countries out, you know? Yeah. Your subs are just gaslighting you and subbing and unsubbing at will. Probably. I'm getting scammed again, boys. People are just subscribing and fucking, whatever. Gaslighting me. That's funny. Well. Oh, well. And I know you might say it looks like a deer shape, but trust me, the opposition is doing some impressive shit fighting back. Oh, I'm sure, man. Like, again, that's why, like, to other countries right now, that's why I say in the United States, and I'm sure this is the case in Turkey as well, or really anywhere like this, in Russia included, there are those like me that walk amongst the rest of the population that are doing what we can in the background to get shit done properly. That sometimes means talking to people or spreading the correct narrative. For me, my YouTube channel is my biggest thing right now that I'm doing, right? I will also vote. I'm not afraid. I don't care. I mean, people have commented on my channel trying to act like I'm an asshole for saying you should go out there and vote. And I'm sorry, I'll be that asshole. I'm not afraid of that. Go out there and vote. There's no excuse for it. If you're in the United States, vote in these fucking midterms. Do it. Oh, my vote doesn't matter. Well, then why not? Then why not just do it then? If it doesn't matter, then why not just do it? Right? Fucking do it. Let's see. United States of Israel. I should say create our own federal government parallel and not in opposition to the normal federal government and just slowly get more military and power to the point where we just shrug at the corrupt. And that's what I'm saying. I think DSA right now is a party. It's at least a split of the Democratic Party that's really going in the right direction. But eventually, I think we need to go even further than that. I think we need a better party in general. It's just that right now we can't afford to do that. We have to kind of take the steps we need to take to get votes, right? Like I've said before. And then we can work on the new party kind of stuff. Political ads. Hey, Ben, and sorry I'm late. Oh, no, you're not late, man. Don't worry about it. You were not prompt. This unscheduled stream that you didn't know about, you were not prompt on time, Right letters. Yeah. I used to say that, and I still say that. Contact your local reps. It does help even now when they're being all fuckheads. Because if we have a ton of people that are like hearing Screamblade Murder is saying like we're not happy, right? It kind of does light a fire in their ass a little bit because now they're like, we can't exactly be as friendly to the God King if we want to survive at all after this shit, right? But at the same time, they also are kind of really weighing sucking off the God King versus trying to be good reps. And so, you know, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that though we can get that shit again. Midterms will help a lot of that. Actually getting representatives in your districts that actually want to help you. I mean, as for Dusty Blue, a dude running for Missouri State Senate, what kind of name is that? Dusty Blue? Well, see, that's the thing though. Like, I feel like as a Democrat or like an intellectual or something, right? And I say that in a shitty way because like Dusty Blue, you know, like I feel like it's the common narrative for Democrats, especially in the Midwest. I see this all the time in Missouri. You know, I'm amongst some of the Democratic groups here, like personally in the state. And I got to be honest with you, like, they don't know how to talk to people to the point where they don't want to talk to people. And I feel their pain, right? A little bit. But I mean, you need to understand that these are country folk you got to talk to, you know, and they only respond to a certain kind of narrative. It just is what it is. And if you're not talking that fucking talk and walking that fucking walk, they're not going to give a shit rat's ass about you. And that is something the Democrats have just struggled with time and time again. And that's honestly what inspired me to do this channel, actually, at first, well, political aware, and then what I'm doing now, I guess, because, like, I just see so many independents or left-leaning people that just don't know how to fucking talk to people, right? And I'm not saying I'm insanely good at it either. I struggle myself with this, but, like, I'm saying, like, I'm also not willing, I'm not, like, gonna just throw away the chance to talk to somebody, though, just because, like, they don't fit, they're not like me, right? Democrats struggle with that a lot. Oh, no, Dusty Blue is a Republican. What kind of, you know, yeah, I guess you're right. What kind of name is that? Dusty Blue Republican? That should be like a Democrat thing. Dusty Blue should fucking be a Democrat, man. That's fucked up. I was getting excited, Joe Daisy. Damn it, I was going to go support Dusty Blue. No, apparently I shouldn't be doing that. I've not heard of Dusty Blue. Interesting. I've been kind of paying attention to my local candidates and my local districts because it's like, you know, the August 4th elections are coming up in Missouri. And I'm like, some of them like paying attention to those people and not so much like, you know, the state, you know, reps and things like that. How do you guys feel about Trump saying he wants to run again? Oh my fuck. Well, okay, let's talk about that for a second. Trump running again was obvious. But Cosmic, yes, I've made that point before. If Trump somehow legalizes it, or actually it was legal at one point, what is that? Sorry, someone look this up. You know, fuck, I'll Google it myself. So there is an amendment that we passed. Presidents that limits presidents to 2 terms. The 22nd Amendment, yes. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. If Trump manages to repeal the 22nd Amendment, just like Cosmic said, that means Obama can run again. And I almost wonder if Republicans will refuse to actually follow through with that because they know that Obama would probably be like, I think we should try again. And Trump would not fucking win against Obama. Hands down. Obama runs again, that's it. Trump, any Republican, will lose to Obama. All right? 100%. Hands down. Like, so they will, I'm telling you right now, like, Republicans are likely not to repeal the 22nd Amendment, even though Trump's like, I'm going to run again. Is Trump even going to be alive in 2028? The man is fucking like struggling with cardiac stress problems, you know. Look up Trump's health right now. There are so many telltale signs that he is like a walking corpse. Like, it's surprising that he's still here and he's getting like the best medical care fucking possible right now. But I mean, there are limits. That there's just at some point there is nothing more we can do to help this man, even if he's the president of the United States. And like, I don't like. Okay, of course he said he's going to run again. Of course he said that. Of course Trump said that. I knew I knew he's gonna. Trump will run as many times as he possibly ever will, like ever can, right? But I'm not worried about it because, first of all, they'd have to repeal the 22nd Amendment, especially if Democrats win these midterms. Ain't gonna happen. But even if Republicans have some say in that, I don't think they'd be on board with that either. I could be wrong, but I don't think they would want to be because, again, you're opening it up for Democrats to be like, hey, Obama, let's get you back in. And I bet you he would. Oh my fucking God. It would be a nightmare for Republicans if Obama ran for a third term. It would be a nightmare for them. Nightmare. They couldn't fuck with that. So yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I'll tell you right now, I'm not scared of Trump saying that. Number one, his health is so fucking bad. He can't run for a third term. I'm more worried about who's the next Republican candidate, right? Because that's a real threat. Like, of course, Republicans will try to run somebody else, right? No, nobody, when Trump said that, nobody in that room took him seriously. They were all like, ha ha, ha ha ha, okay, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's just not going to happen. I mean, no. I pray so holy for Francisco Hong to win primary in general. Man, okay, yeah, I'm not sure who those people are. Dusty Blue Luck should be on the Geek video page. Give the stream a like, guys. I appreciate it if you guys do, yes. Like I said before, like, I'm not trying to, like, I don't often like to ask, but if you guys can, like and watch my videos, my streams. I don't like doing this because I hate self-promotion. I hate sponsorships more. I'll say that. I'd rather do self-promotion than sponsorships. That being said, like, the only reason why I say that is because I really think, you know, like, there's just going to be a lot of fucking... I think we need all the help we can get right now, and me spreading the narrative of, hey, vote. Anyways, I thought we were going to show the crash. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't have... I would show photos of the shit in my front yard, but I feel like that'd be a little bit too doxy. For me, I don't know if I want to show my actual house. I'm sorry, guys. I do have photos of the whole thing. Well, most of them anyway, but, here's, so yeah, power lines were laying all over my fucking driveway and across my garage to the point where I couldn't get my car out. So there was that. It sucked. It was bad. Yeah, and again, I kind of I wanted to tell the story because, like I said, if anyone knew who's joining, I was gonna live stream on Thursday like usual, but I couldn't because this person crashed into a power pole and then into a tree in my yard, which took out my power and fucked my shit up, and so I had to deal with that. And so yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't stream. So video today and a live stream today. So so to kind of make up for that, I guess. I don't think Sir Obama wants anything to do with it. I don't know. I think Obama is. I think Obama would try. In fact, I think Obama has joked, sort of kind of joked that he is like when Trump says he's gonna run for the term, like Obama, because Trump would have to repeal the 22nd Amendment to do that, which would allow Obama to run as well. And believe me, Obama has made some comments, you know, saying I might do it. You know, like he was kind of directly challenging Trump and the Republicans, saying like, "Don't try me, I'll fucking do it." Right? And he's not. He would again. I think he's right about that, or sorry, I believe him when he says that. And so I just think that I wouldn't put it past Obama to do it, and therefore the Republicans are probably not likely to try to repeal the 22nd Amendment because they don't want to fucking, you know, they don't want to try to deal with that shit because they'd lose. Even if they didn't run Trump and they ran another Republican, they wouldn't have it. It wouldn't work, right? It would it would be a problem. So I'm not worried about Trump running again. I mean, maybe like if corruption gets bad enough, like, yeah, sure, Republicans might try to like install someone else or some shit, like whatever, but that's not the same thing as like campaigning and running, right? So it's like that's a whole different story anyway. Jon Stewart. Vote for Jon Stewart. Yeah. With the heat death of the universe subsumes the last jewel of energy, Trump's body will be perfectly mummified from the McDoubles. I have no fucking kind of idea what joke that is, but I like it. I like it a lot. Hong is the DSA candidate for Gov in Wisconsin. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Wisconsin will probably flip Democratic this time. Wisconsin is one of those states that people forget about. And yes, it can be a pretty red state, but it can go blue if people are upset with Republicans. That's a problem. He says stuff, everyone laughs and says it was a joke, but then 3 months later he's doing it. Oh no, anything Trump says, believe him. It's, again, 100% not surprised that Trump is saying he's running again. I'm not surprised. I knew he would do that. I knew in 2019 that Trump would try to rig and try to claim that the election was rigged, right? If he lost, which is exactly what fucking happened. He lost Joe Biden, and he's like, oh, it's rigged, it's rigged. Because Trump cannot accept a loss. He is a narcissist. He can't accept a loss. So that includes a Republican candidate replacing him in his own party. That's a loss to Trump. He can't have that. He has to be the one up there on stage. He can't have any other way. He's literally not capable of doing that. So, you know, I truly feel for the next Dem president. What a mess they have. Yeah, here's the thing. That's a whole other concern we're not even talking about. If Trump gets in, sorry, not Trump. If the next president, especially if they're Democratic, has there ever been? Well, I mean, I guess there has been. Like the Civil War is arguable, like shit like that. But there are only very few times, maybe within our country's history, can I legit say that a president has had to deal with the amount of cleanup that this next president will have to deal with. I mean, there's going to be some serious ass kissing to the rest of the world. I'm not even kidding about that. I'm not even shitting about that. Okay? Like, if we want to retain our good graces with any countries again, we have some shit to do. Hope says, sorry, Ben, but I find this logic naive again. Okay. Seemingly, the Rumpf has the whole state behind him now, so they wouldn't need to repeal any amendments. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. We're not Turkey. We're the United States. Tyrants ignore the Constitution. So I just had an argument with somebody again on my last video I uploaded. Everybody thinks, oh, tyrants, they'll ignore the Constitution. Trump does not have full control of the government yet. He's working on it. Hasn't happened yet. Congress still has that control. Now, Congress is, yes, majority controlled by Republicans by an extremely, very, very, very thin, especially now, because you've had some of them quit and walk out, margin of Republicans. They just barely have the majority, and I mean barely, to the point where Democrats can give them a slap fest at this point, right? So, especially, that's why I say it's imperative we win these midterms. Democrats must win these midterms. If Democrats win these midterms, Trump 100% loses any power he has. Not just because the Democrats will simply just shoot down anything he does. You gotta understand, right now Republicans are just letting him get away with everything. It's actually not even so much Trump's fault for all the shit we're having. It's more Republicans' fault in Congress because they are just letting it happen. They're not stopping him. But Democrats will. If he tries to go after Greenland, for instance, in 2027 March, and Democrats hold the majority of Congress, they're going to be like, "No, you're not. We're not stop. We will assume control of our military, and they will listen to us, not you, big boy." And that's what'll happen. Furthermore, if there's 2/3 House and Senate, Trump goes bye-bye. Trump is impeached. We already impeached him the first time in the House in his first term. The only reason why that didn't go through is because we didn't have it in the Senate, right? If we get the Senate, we might. We'll see. I make no promises, of course. There's always a risk to all this stuff. But if we get the Senate, there is no fucking Trump has said himself. If the Democrats win, they will try to impeach me. He has said that to scare people to vote for the Republicans. So no, it doesn't work that way. Especially, you cannot compare the United States to other countries that are democratic, because we do have a severe amount of checks and balances that are actually working right now. It's just that people don't want to pay attention to that. They want to say, oh, it's all fucked anyway. If you think that way, then yeah, it will be fucked. I'm telling you right now, that's why it's imperative for us to win these midterms, because if Democrats do take back control of the House and Senate, they will stop Trump from doing anything at all, and or if they have that much of the majority, again, 2/3 House and Senate, they will impeach him. That will happen. That is like the number one thing on there. Again, they already impeached him successfully in the House in, was it 2019? Yeah, 2019. But of course, they didn't have it in the Senate, so it didn't get done. But if they win this time around, and with a much bigger majority, again, Trump has said himself how terrified he is of that possibility. So, listen, I understand Turkey's got some shit going on. We ain't Turkey. We ain't Ukraine. Like, the other thing I hear is Ukraine, Trump will call martial law, and so he'll cancel elections. Trump can't fucking do that. The federal government does not control your elections. And even if Trump tries to, I don't give a shit about law, I don't care, I'm going to make it happen anyway, he still can't do it. The states will just tell him, fuck off. We don't care what you want. We have control over us. You know? We have control of our National Guards. We don't fucking care. Our governors can override all your shit. The states have power over the federal government. That's the difference with our country. And it's working right now. Barely. But it is. Right? So I'm sick of that shit. It's that both sides are bad or don't vote, it doesn't matter argument. And that's where it stems from. It stems from misinformation. And I won't stand for that on my channel. Thank you very much. We're not Turkey. Turkey wasn't like, yeah, fuck you. I don't care. It's an autobiography shot per British Columbia. It's an old ringing system for unloading boats. Okay. Some of the good things can happen if Dems take back the midterms. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. This is where I piss people off because they think that I'm like, whatever. I feel like it makes you multiple issues here, but I hope you're right. I have been involved in my government, the United States government, all my life. I'm not saying I'm always 100% accurate, right? And I'll be absolutely, again, don't get me wrong, I want to hear all your points. That being said, I often hear the same shit all the time. That's my problem with this. I see and hear this shit all the time. And I do not stand for it because I know it's fucking wrong. And I have reasons for that, right? I'm not saying I dislike you, Hope. That's not what I'm saying. I don't mean to be like an ass about it. I'm just saying like, and I guess I am being an ass about it. But but the problem is I have to say something, right? Because it's like, it has to be said. We are not, the United States does not, again, other countries, like, again, Ukraine, yeah, they canceled elections. That's because the federal, if you want to call, I'm not sure if it's federal, their version of their federal government, what's his name? Zelensky had the ability to do that. We're not like that. You can't do that here, right? If the states want to hold elections, they will, and then we will send the people we want to Washington, and those people will do what needs to be done with our federal government, which includes, if we get 2/3 House and Senate, Democrats, I'm telling you right now, again, like I said, Democrats, the first thing on their fucking agenda is to impeach, remove, and prosecute Donald Trump. which has to happen if we're going to save this country. And again, you know what? A channel, I'm sure a lot of you probably already have heard of this channel before, but I'm going to go ahead and recommend him anyway. I like him, I dislike him. Some of his stuff gets a little bit annoying to me sometimes, but Romano Report. He claims to be at least a constitutional lawyer. Again, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard of him. But if you haven't, check him out. He explains this in much greater detail than I will ever be able to. Again, he's a constitutional lawyer, so he claims to be. I haven't officially backed that up yet, but he makes good points. I agree with a lot of the stuff he says. So check him out. And you know, and again, because he gets mad about these talking points too, right? Because you just hear all this shit all the time. And it's like, no, that's not how things work here. You know, and I'm not saying this to berate people. I'm saying this for the reasons of we should have hope. We have the ability to change this, guys. It's not as fucked as you think it is. We can do something about this. You know, we could be in 2027 in February and be laughing our asses off. Well, you guys remember 2026? Holy shit, that was a whole fucked year, man. LOL, glad we're out of that now. You know, we literally have that power. You know what I'm saying? We literally have that power. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but if you're in Turkey, I guess you don't have the power because you don't, you know, and that's the problem. But yeah, I'm sorry you did the hands thing. 6'7". I'm sorry, guys. You know, yeah, that's fine. That's funny. Cosmic says, Hope, I'm sure you'd agree that all people vote in their own self-interest, and as such, here we are. Absolutely, right? Americans, the United States citizens are responsible for all this shit, right? We have absolutely buried ourselves in a ditch, and don't get me wrong, like, people have fucked this up hardcore. So that's the real threat, in my opinion, is, yeah, okay, the people have the power, except the people are fools, right? And that's the problem we face right now. I'm hoping that is changing, or at least it's bad enough that people are being forced to think differently about the sitting president, but we'll see. It's hard to explain in limited text. I'm not trying to argue you shouldn't vote or elections if you can. So I'm just saying you need to be prepared for. I agree, man. I'm not trying to like argue with you either. I'm simply, and I want to be, because I think people get like, they're like, oh, Ben, he's getting upset, or like Ben's like being an ass. No. I'm happy to debate this, right? It's not that I want to be an ass or to be mean. It's just that I feel like shit needs to be said sometimes. That's hard to say, and you know, and that's what I do on this channel. I love to question the narrative. It's, even if the narrative is on my side, right? Still gotta fucking question that shit, man. 100%. I hope that makes sense. Like, I love you all. I'm not mad at anybody. I am simply trying to, I know I've pissed people off in the stream before, so I'm simply saying, like, I'm simply trying to debate. That's it, right? Healthy debate, not ass debating. I don't know. Sometimes they've been pretty mean to people. I'll agree with that. But, you know, because sometimes, though, I get so tired of the same old. I agree. I'm human. I sometimes fuck that up. I will agree. 6 mad because 7, 8, 9s. Okay. Yeah. You're saying like that, like the. Let's see. Yeah, you know, yeah. I'm listen. I agree that the United States is in trouble. That's why, guys, welcome to the channel. The United States is in trouble. I've been posting this shit for almost a year now, on and off, right? I've taken down a lot of my old videos, so you're not going to see those anymore. But I will just be honest, and this is my whole point of this channel, is I'm nervous for our country, and like I said before, I'd feel irresponsible if I wasn't saying something. Many people easily manipulated voting against their own self. Yes, people are. So people are manipulated into voting against their own self-interests, except this is where I say it is on people to ensure. It's kind of like getting scammed, right? If you get a phone call and hello, like I'm in IT, so I hear a lot about the IT scam still, right? I'm from such and such computer repair company. There's a problem with your computer and we need to get on it and like fix it or some shit. And they get on your computer and they steal your bank information, sort of. That's an old scam. Doesn't happen anymore, but shit like that, right? It's kind of up to you to not get scammed. You gotta have a head in your, a fucking brain in your head to not. And that's. I'm sorry if that sounds mean, but that's the reality. You have to protect yourself from this shit. Politics works the exact same way. Don't get scammed, right? And it's, yes, I know it happens. It always will happen. But that's the other reason why I'm here. Is I'm kind of like the Kit Boga of politics, maybe. If I'm saying, like, I'm the person that is trying to teach you don't fuck up. Hopefully, I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. And again, I'm not gonna entertain West has fallen and like shit like that. I don't know. I don't know, right? And maybe in some ways the West has fallen. Maybe in the sense of like the pure imperialist capitalist shit is failing, but that's a good thing, right? I mean, that doesn't have to mean we're now authoritarian. It could also mean, hey, we're trying to push more towards a socialist environment here in the United States, which, not like, not like Soviet Union socialist. In fact, they weren't socialist, by the way, but like, in a manner of speaking of, we are trying to push towards something that works for everybody, right? It's not easy. Never was, never will be. So there we go. Have you ever thought, what if we're the ones being scammed? Absolutely, all the fucking time. That's why I said question narrative constantly. That's literally what I'm at. That's what I'm telling you. Question the narrative. Maybe like, how do you know I'm not scamming you? I'm not gonna say I'm not, but you have to verify when you, again, and that's what you guys are doing, which is great. You are looking at a YouTuber and you're like, man, I don't fucking know if I believe your shit, and I'm like, fantastic. You are trying to critically think. All right, that's good, right? That is good. That's good things, guys. I'm trying to like let you know that's actually good things. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're having a decent stream here. However, it is almost 11 o'clock at night, and I do need to get some sleep. Unfortunately, I do have some stuff to do tomorrow, which is imperative I get done without being so effing tired I can't do shit. So, I think I'm gonna have to call it here, guys. However, that being said, I will try to do a live stream. Okay, so I'm not. This is a very tentative thing. I will either try to do a video or a live stream tomorrow. Tentatively. I have a lot of stuff to do, and I'm not going to be available to probably do anything Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Again, a weird schedule right now, and I'm sorry. I hope to get back to a normal schedule after this week. We'll see. So, but yeah, right now it's kind of weird. So I will try to, get something out tomorrow, but I just want to let y'all know. I do appreciate y'all for coming out, though. This is a pretty good stream. I like the stream. Good turnout, actually, for tonight. Before I go, I'll read some last comments here. Hopefully, don't get too caught up in it. Like, what if DSA is a CIA psyop to make us think a pseudo third party is possible? Man, you gotta. Okay, like, I understand what you're saying. Like, we gotta question everything. But here's the thing. We don't. Okay, so let's take it. So good. So what if, right? But what is your evidence for that? Right, that's the other important piece you need to remember. Like, if that's happened, if DSA, like, oh shit, they're like the next evil. Okay, that's a claim that requires pretty significant evidence, right? Again, I'm not trying to like be an ass or say, oh, you're wrong. I'm simply saying, can you prove it? Not in the sense of like you're wrong, prove it. In the sense of, okay, So let's look into that and see if there's anything at all that suggests that might be the case, right? And if there's not, then okay, well, that's a theory we can debunk, right? Or if there is, let's look into that further, right? It just all kind of goes into that. Epstein reasoning and formal logic should be mandatory education, but America only values education that can have interest. It can have interest charged on. Yeah, American education is pretty bad. I went through the system. I went through the worst of the United States education system. I'm here to tell you it's ass. I won't argue about that there. Ben, would you be interested in talking about amendments sometime, explaining what they are and how to vote correctly? I can. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a law expert. So I love to look into this stuff myself personally, but I'm not a legal law or constitutional expert by any means. How I interpret them, I'd be happy to maybe talk about some stuff like that, especially for maybe some things that are important at some point in time. So maybe. But I mean, I'm also not an expert in that, so maybe that should be better off of somebody else who is. Again, like, I'm fine saying I'm not an expert in that, right? I like to talk about. I'm more. God, I hate even saying this. Maybe more of an influencer. No, I'm not. I like to talk about things and reason and try to find the best, but I mean, I am not an expert in law. So as far as like interpretation of that stuff is all I could offer, but I want to be very clear, like that is not something that you should just automatically, I mean, I feel like those of us should know that now, but it should be clear that I'm not, my interpretation of it should not be considered fact, right? So, I mean, again, some of you are like, "Oh, Bennett goes out saying that." Good, right? But I always want to make that very clear, right? Just so it's out there. I think several states have similar amendments. Oh yeah, so I've gotten a lot of better at praising. Friends, be safe of their guys. The sky is still blue. Yes, that is true. I like that. I like Cosmic Origins energy, man. He's got some good stuff going. The Americans should vote for candidates. So, guys, Cosmic is a Canadian. Cosmic's Canadian. He's American. That is Canada, but he's not the United States. Should I mean I guess Canada still votes. So that's fair. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really been paying as close attention. Again, right now I'm pretty United States focused, only because, you know, we're in trouble right now. But usually when times are good in the United States, times are good. You know, I focus on other countries more often. So if on this channel, when we have Democrats back in control and they're doing good things, not just bad things, right? You know, I will be talking more about politics of other countries. And actually, I'd love to have people from like Hope on to talk about that kind of stuff, because I mean, yeah, Turkey is, I would assume, very interesting right now. Simple. There's a difference between questioning everything and answering everything without evidence. Yeah, I would say yes. I would sort of agree with that. I would say that you can question everything, but at the same time, if you have no evidence for all that shit, you know, maybe let it go. As ironic as fuck when the private Lutheran school is the only place that taught me actual critical thinking. Interesting. Well, yeah, maybe. As ironic. Okay. Yeah. Yes, interpretation. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. But there's a higher power. There is a higher power for sure. I'm not a religious person, and this is not a religious channel. I'm just letting you guys know. Sorry guys. Like, not that if you have religious beliefs, I'm not saying you can't watch. I'm just saying, like, you're totally welcome here and everything. I'm just saying I'm not. I might say things that you might not like, but hey, that's what we're here for, I guess, the debate. Yeah. I'm a bit more of a secular, if you catch my drift. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, secular. I think a lot of us might be secular on this channel. Just saying. My personal idea that it caught everything, you mean Adams, a chair, etc. Okay. Definitely some points conceded. I'll catch Discord sometime. Okay, cool. We're having all these conversations in chat now, so that's a good time to like. I think to go ahead and say the end stream button is now maybe should be pressed. Not that I dislike you guys. Of course, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It is late, so we should all. Hope, what time is it in Turkey? What the fuck time is it? Is Hope still on? What time is it in Turkey? It is 7 o'clock in the morning. My boy, you got up right and early. You got up right and early to like to watch my stream, man. You're like, it's 5 fucking a.m. Let's let's watch a Ben stream. Damn, dude, I'm impressed. Holy shit. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure I would get that early for a stream. That's insane, man. I appreciate that. All right. Sounds good, guys. For the rest of us here in the Western world, I guess, Canadians, United Statesians, we are tired and it's time for bed. So, you know, I'm in Central Time, so yeah, it's getting kind of late here. It's 11:06 where I am right now. So, 11:06 p.m. That is what 2,300 hours in not redneck time, I suppose. So yeah, all right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys later. I'll try to do a video or a stream tomorrow, and all that good stuff. It will be it's good. Probably not much after that though, if anything at all, because it's just I got some stuff going on this week. But hopefully next week we'll have a normal schedule, like I said. Yeah, so everybody out there in the world, Canada, United States, Turkey, everybody take care out there. And yeah, hope you all have a great night, a good morning to some of you. And yeah, I've got nothing else to say. So I'm going to go ahead and call it, guys. Thanks again for coming out, and see you next time.